I wanted to find a way to start a conversation for my middle school students on the topic of being culturally aware. Having over 60 nationalities in an international school, most individuals are not mindful of other traditions, mainly due to the lack of prior knowledge of that culture or tradition. The opening scene, I wanted to symbolize the lack of awareness in two ways. The first was to have the word aware in awareness as a separate color and outside the character's body, meaning that character doesn't contain this skill. I also blurred the surroundings. The first encounter, the man is waiting over an hour for a friend. This is also when the music begins giving the uneasy feeling for most of the short film. In many countries, time is not as important as others. I wanted to show the frustration of the main character by using a blur effect that will be used again in the film. The interactions were blending too quickly. It was suggested that a use of a still frame to section the scenarios would help break them up, as you can see here. The friend introduces him to other international people. This encounter happens when being introduced to a culture that is accustomed to kiss on the cheek. I was able to create a blur effect by overlaying two clips of the video that were slightly off on timing, and the top layer's opacity was turned down to let the bottom layer bleed through. By the time the third encounter of invading personal space is shown, many viewers thought it was odd that the character's full face was not shown, nor his voice was used at all during the entire video. This was purposeful to have the viewer be able to be in the shoes and to ponder how they would act in similar situations. Up to this point, all the discomfort has been on the man. In this last scene, the uneasiness is on the other character. The blur mainly happens on her rather than the main character. The music from the start is also overlaid with the unreversed music to build to the ending quote. As the quote is shown, only the original forward-playing music plays to fade in the end. While the quote is displayed, the different confrontations are repeated again at the end.